Okay, so I'm Grace Gomez from the Way Ministry Reading, and we're having another interview with somebody who's experiencing homelessness, just to speak to somebody who's got real lived experience. So thank you for joining me today. I'm going to call you for the purpose of the interview Simon. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much for giving up your time and to just share your story. So can I just ask you what led to you being homeless?
Well, it was a series of things, but basically I ended up back at my parents' after a bit of a problem in another town.
Yeah.
And then there was some family problems, and my dad kicked me out, and because I had no cash reserves I couldn't get into a place. And because I became homeless I instantly lost my job because and this is the first time I realised people get treated differently, because as soon as I was homeless I went from being an employee to a possible threat, someone who might steal. So they fired me straight away. So I've been in the poop for the last few months. I've been working a bit, but getting off the street is a pain in the butt.
So it's just like we heard from the other person, that it's a relationship breakdown, a family breakdown. It can happen to anybody. It's not because you've got complex needs or a drug addict or you're anything.
No,
you're just somebody who's fallen on hard times.
Not everybody's a drug addict who's out on the streets. I've learned that much. But there still are quite a lot of them out here, which is, I suppose, why the stigma exists. But you can't tarnish everyone with the same brush. Some people are literally, just got caught in a bad situation and just trying to get out of it.
So where have you been staying? Or sleeping, rather?
Well, I've been sleeping in a tent. My camp moves from place to place. I don't camp near anyone else. I do not trust. You can't trust anybody out here at all, or you'll lose everything. I've moved because I've been robbed over and over again. I'm a chef by trade. I've lost my knives in my tent, which means a lot of jobs that I could have gone for, I can't now. So I got to get a few £100 together to get those again. But my tent moves from place to place. I never tell anyone where it is because if someone knows where it is, they'll come rob you. It's just a matter of time.
Wow. So what services do you use during the day?
Well, I go down to like New Beginnings and Cirdic for showers and to get my washing done and stuff, and for food. And that's mainly it. I haven't contacted any housing people or anything. The last people I spoke to were the council. I walked in there and they said, "You're 32 years old, white, British, you're not our problem," basically. I was like, okay then, and that was that.
Wow.
So that was the last time I talked to anyone about housing or anything. I'm just doing it myself now because there is no help out there for people my age.
And that's what we're saying again about the priority need, that I think people don't realise that if you don't have a priority need, they'll just say, go and fend for yourself, basically.
Yeah, which is fair enough. I can understand. Like there are some individuals out here, like vets and people with real mental health issues and some real physical issues, like an age. They shouldn't be on the streets, and even they're not getting helped before me. And that really gets on my nerves quite a lot. Because they really do need. I can survive out here for a winter and deal with it, but they can't.
But you shouldn't have to, and this is what we're saying, that we really need to have a night shelter where somebody like you, at least you can come along, and like you're not walking all over Reading to get all these different services. You're coming at night, change your clothes, have a shower, take your shoes off.
Well, you could put a locker so you could put something down and not worry about it getting robbed.
And that's the other thing we were talking about, just having to carry your belongings around. I remember there was a guy who was homeless, and he'd got somewhere to stay, and he was asking me, why do I think he looked different? And I was thinking, I can't see anything different about you. And then he turned around and he said to me, I haven't got my bag on my back anymore. I didn't notice that, but for him that was a big deal because it meant he wasn't carrying his belongings.
Your whole life on your back.
So we need somewhere where people can have their property and leave it and it be safe, where you're not going to be robbed, and what possessions you can have, that they'll be safe. So so what about accessing the bed for the night? Have you tried?
Well, luckily a friend of mine works with some mungos, and he said he put me on the list, and I will use it if it gets below -10, but I won't go there because I know for a fact there are crackheads there, and I can't be near junkies of that calibre because it won't end well for me. Or I'll be in a police car basically, and that's not worth it. I don't like them. Not at all.
So that's fair enough. Okay, so we need a shelter really for people who are forgotten, who don't have a priority need, who just need to be safe. So
people who just need leg up for a month or
Yeah,
two, because
yeah.
that's the thing. It's just somewhere to stay.
Yeah.
And because I work in the food industry, I need to shower before and after
Yeah.
work. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
an option, and that's my biggest. Luckily, I got a gym membership, so I can sort that out. But yeah, it gets. It's just hard to. Every time you go to work, you're having anxiety attacks. Am I coming back to a smashed up camp? Am I coming back to this or that?
Yeah. That must just wreak havoc with day to day with your mental health. It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's stress and anxiety every minute of every day, and not only that, you come down to handouts. Like I said, it's great coming down here. It's great. There's so many people like yourself who are helping. Otherwise, if these food places didn't exist, I wouldn't be begging on the streets. I'd be robbing. I'd be completely honest about it. And I'd probably be going to prison at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, what hope is there for you then? How do you see yourself getting out of this situation?
I get myself out of it. I can't. Apart from food and the lovely help I'm getting from people, I don't see any help from anyone coming anytime soon. Like I said, they literally just said, white, British, 32-year-old male, you're not our problem. And I got the message and I went, okay then, 14 years of paying tax, got the message, I'll get back on my feet and then I will immigrate out of this country, because I've worked my arse off since I've left school. I've paid my taxes. I've done the right thing, and now it's come time to pay. Like, I need just a couple months of help. And then you see on the news they're filling hotel. I know, because I lost a job in Swindon because they filled the hotel up with illegal migrants, and it's like they're looking after people who have broken the law before they're even looking after. And there's so many immigrants who are over here who came and waited in the queue and did the right thing and worked for years, and they've gotten a bit of poop, and even they're not getting help. And I'm like, so everyone who's working or wants to, it seems like everybody who wants to get ahead are the ones who are being forgotten and left behind, and they're just looking after people who ain't.
We're not going to forget you, and I'm not going to let you get left behind. And if it's the last thing I do, we're going to have a night shelter in Reading, so we're not going to hear these stories.
Like I said, for everyone else, more than myself, I'll sort myself. But definitely there is a massive need for one, and it would help a lot of people out.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. I really appreciate your honesty, and it must be difficult. And I just pray that you are able to get through this season of your life and get yourself back on your feet. But thank you so much for your honesty.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yes, no worries.
Thanks.